If you think you're stuck in a spiritual rut or feeling mo hindi ka na nag-grow sa faith mo, then this video is for you. We'll talk about one statement Christians say or think of that could be secretly killing our maturity in the faith. Hey there, my name is Keith and welcome to the Christian Pinoy Layman, where we discuss Christian truths and explain them in simple language. Whether it be about theology, apologetics, studying the Bible, or anything about the Christian faith, ang goal ng channel na ito is to help you, the Christian Pinoy Layman, in your journey for deeper study in the faith for a deeper relationship with God. This is actually a video series where we will talk about several statements that can be secretly killing our maturity in the faith. Sa video na ito, papag-usapan natin ang first statement. We will explore 3 ways this statement can be very dangerous for us Christians. At sa susunod na video, we will give a simple yet effective tip on how to avoid these dangers. So stay tuned. The first statement in this series is...
Ay, alam ko na yan.
Let's be honest, we've all said or thought about this statement many times before. At maaring ginamit lang natin to in a very casual or innocent way. But there are 3 ways this statement can be very dangerous, especially when it comes to studying the Bible, listening to sermons, or discipleship. Danger number 1. Pride. The first danger is probably the most obvious. Let's say we're listening to a friend passionately explaining a theological or biblical topic, but in the middle of the conversation, we jump in and say,
Alam ko na yan.
Or worse,
Ay, mas alam ko yan.
Here, we are shutting our friend out and refusing to listen to what they have to say because we think we know better. This boastful attitude may indicate the presence of pride in our hearts. Pride is sin. At kung may isang bagay na nakaka-kill ng maturity natin sa faith, it's sin. Sabi sa Proverbs 16:18, pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. So, in our context, pride is a silent killer. Para siyang ninja. Pride kills growth and maturity even if we don't realize it. Danger number 2 is almost related to the first danger. This is what's called Dunning-Kruger Effect. Teka, ano ba tong Dunning-Kruger Effect?
Di ba horror yun?
The Dunning-Kruger Effect was a phenomenon that was observed in a study in 1999 by a David Dunning and a Justin Kruger. And the study found that people who overestimate themselves the most are actually those who are incompetent. In other words, the less they know, the more they think they know. And the more they know, the more aware they are that they know very little. In even more simple terms, akala nila matalino na sila sa isang bagay, pero yun pala hindi. It is said that many other recent studies have documented this phenomenon in other areas today. Itong Dunning-Kruger effect can be seen in full effect sa statement,
Alam ko na yan.
and as a result, you might stop studying more because you think you already know enough. Or you might not listen to others because you think you know more than them. Or you might not accept rebuke or correction. And these are necessary to be mature in the faith. The third and final way this statement
Alam ko na yan.
can be very dangerous is in what is called familiarity bias. Ang term na familiarity bias ay ginagamit mainly sa investing at saka sa finance. But in principle, pwede rin siya maging applicable sa buhay Kristiyano. Pero ano nga ba ang familiarity bias? According to Investopedia, we see familiarity bias when investors tend to invest in what they already know, what they invested in the past, or what they are familiar with. Because of that, they will invest all their money in just one or few investments. In other words, they put all their eggs in one basket. At dahil dito, mataas ang risk. Kasi kung may mangyari man sa investment na yon, all their money will be gone. Now, in principle, familiarity bias can also be seen sa buhay Kristiyano. Imagine listening to a sermon topic that we already know, but then we hear new information about the topic that we have never heard before. And because it's not familiar to us, we tune out. It's like we're saying,
No thanks. Comfortable na ako sa alam ko. Hindi ko na kailangan aralin yung mga bagong insight or bagong perspective about the topic. I'll just stick to what I already know about the topic.
and as a result, para na tayong mga investors who put their eggs in one basket. And we end up with just one perspective. And similar sa investing, mataas ang risk, lalo na sa pag-study ng Bible. Kasi limited information may lead to wrong understanding. Wrong understanding may lead to wrong interpretation. Wrong interpretation may lead to wrong application. And wrong application may hinder our maturity in the faith. Whew, it's all connected. Kaya friends, this is why we need proper exegesis and hermeneutics. Oops, teka, we'll discuss these in other videos. Kaya stay tuned and subscribe. So in summary, here's what we learned so far. The statement
Ay, alam ko na yan.
might indicate sinful pride, the Dunning-Kruger Effect, and familiarity bias. Sa pride, we think we know better. Sa Dunning-Kruger Effect, the less we know, the more we think we know. With familiarity bias, we feel comfortable in sticking with what we already know. Itong three things might hinder us from digging deeper into the Word of God and things about God, and will stop us from listening to other people. Kaya nahihinder rin ang maturity natin sa faith. Ngayon na napag-usapan na natin ang mga possible dangers at ang mga negative results ng statement na ito, in the next video, we will learn a simple yet effective way to avoid all of these. Hey, if this video helped, give it a like and drop a comment down below. And of course, subscribe to this channel. The next video is coming up.